Ah, what is up, everybody? Spoilers pray. I hope you're having a blessed and a prosperous day. Happy Monday, y'all. Um, I'm up early, man. Even though I don't have work, I'm up early on this Monday morning. Um, I hope y'all had a great weekend. This was Juneteenth weekend. All right. Uh, let us pray. And then, yeah, we're just gonna recap the weekend, and then I think we're gonna kind of have like a little open round table today. We're just gonna be chilling, just gonna be vibing. Whoever comes in, you got questions, uh, whatever it might be, ask your questions. As long as we're respectful, we're just gonna vibe out with the chat today. All right, but first we gotta pray. All right, Lord, we thank you for allowing us to see another day. Thank you for this Monday morning. Thank you for another opportunity to walk in your purpose, to live on purpose. Thank you for the breath that we breathe. We thank you for life, health, strength. We thank you for your goodness, your kindness, your mercy, your grace, your love, your peace, your joy, your wisdom, your understanding, your provisions, for you making ways, for you performing miracles, for you healing our bodies. We thank you for so many things. We can't thank you enough, and we really can't repay you for all that you've done for us. But today, we just want you to allow us to be the best versions of ourselves. We want people to see the image of you when they see us. So help us to be uh, the best versions of ourselves. So when that people see us, they see the reflection of you, God. Help us to be more patient. Help us to be more kind. Give us strength. Give us wisdom. We ask that if there are if we have any enemies out there that are plotting against us, that you would cancel those plots now. Um, and then we just ask that all of our viewers just have a beautiful day today, productive day, and uh, blessed them to make it home safely to their loved ones and their families at the end of the day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. What is up, y'all? Oh, there we go. Let me make sure my hair is. Let me fix my hair real quick. Fix my hair. What's happening, y'all? Yeah, this past weekend was Juneteenth, man. If you don't know about Juneteenth, it's kind of like it's a celebration of the liberation of those that were enslaved. Okay, they already had signed the document that said, slavery was abolished. All right, but a lot of men were still working on the plantation. A lot of women were still working on the plantations even after slavery was abolished. Okay, so they sent troops down to officially free those that were enslaved, and that is why we celebrate Juneteenth. All right. Christy says 80 days until kickoff. Rise and shine. Yeah, Christy, I've been sleeping in lately. So I was up though. I ain't gonna lie, I was up praying, I got up, had to use the bathroom, but then, yeah, I got a lot to pray for. So then Scott Kennedy's show came on right after I finished my prayer. And I just hopped on with Scott, and then I'm like, I'm up now, so let me just go ahead and stream right now. So while we're here, we appreciate Appreciate having you here, Christy. Kind of got cotton mouth. Haven't got my drink of water yet this morning. But good morning, Falcon fan forever, man. Oh, Sky had a great show. I enjoyed that show. I enjoyed the show with the brother. Thank you, Falcon fan forever. He said, "Good morning, be blessed, and rise up." So, really, today, I want to just hear from y'all. What are y'all looking forward to in training camp? May the Falcons have a good season. Jerry was a guy who apparently came to the meet and greet that Scott had for the NFL draft in April. So he showed up and they met and they were talking football, talking Falcons, and yeah, he decided to have him on the show. Yeah, cool guy. I liked Jerry. Yeah, hey, he has some hot takes. What's up, Rolo? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to Falcons Therapy, man. Ooh, okay. Christy says more competition to get on that roster. What position group are you looking at, Christy, when you speak of competition? What position group are you looking at? Falcon fan forever said, I hope Tua can be the starter for this season and the O-line can be prepared. We got Mrs. Carter in the building. What's happening, Miss Carter? Welcome to Falcon Therapy. How you doing? Ooh, offensive line. Okay. Now, so we're talking about right tackle then. We're talking about right tackle because the other positions are pretty much solidified. Some might say this Brockermeyer might give Newsel a run for his money at center as well. But we're talking about Wanye Morris, and we're talking about who's the other dude that we got? Jawan Taylor. Let's go back to Falcon fan forever. He said, I hope Tua can be the starter for this season and the O-line can be prepared. You think Tua is the best option at quarterback? I mean, let's keep it real. Right now, if the season started right now, Tua would be the starter because Michael Penix has not been cleared for 11 on 11. But do you think with a healthy Michael Penix and a healthy Tua, that Tua is the better quarterback? I think the linemen on offense and defense should be a focal point. Okay. So we're talking about both lines. Okay. So the D-line for the Falcons, the only issue last year with the D-line for the Falcons was stopping the run, right? Which is a big issue. Falcons made a lot of moves. There's a lot of turnover at defensive tackle this year. So we're going to see if those moves pay dividends when the season start, right? Deshaun Hand, guy that came in from the Chargers. I think we got a guy in Williams, Chris Williams from the Bears. David Onyemata is no longer with the team. Rook, no longer with the team. We picked up a guy from the Jaguars. I can't remember his name. That it was like it was a 1-for-1 trade with the Jags, but he's in the mix too. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens with the defensive line and the offensive lines. Some vital, very crucial position battles. Right tackle is a huge position, considering you have two left-handed quarterbacks as your top two guys. Right tackle is arguably the most important position on this offensive line. I don't think that can be stated enough. We got Atlanta Falcons pandemic. What's happening, brother? In the building, he said Tua is by far. Oh, hit those likes too, y'all. Hit them likes when you come in. Just to help your boy out a little bit. I appreciate you. I got up early on a Monday morning. It's California time over here, man. It's 7:21. Hi, Mrs. Carter. How are you? Welcome in. First time seeing your name. Welcome to Falcons Therapy. And then if you subscribe, you instantly become a Falcon therapist. Come on now, a licensed Falcon therapist. Instantly. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic said, Tua is by far the better QB1 at the stage we're at right now. Can you expound on that? Why is Tua the better QB1 at the stage we're at right now? Both Stefanski and Van Pelt hinted at Penix not operating at 100%. Well, he's not 100%. That is not a hint. That is a fact. He has not been cleared for full contact or 11 on 11 team activity. So he is in fact not 100%. That is a fact. He has not been cleared by the medical staff. And then Falcons Fandemic says, I'm not concerned right now with the offensive line, but to continue building for the future, it's time to address it. Okay. I don't think the offensive line can be stated enough. If you look at the past couple Super Bowl winners, I mean, look at what the Seattle Seahawks did this past year. They dominated the line of scrimmage. Okay. They dominated the line of scrimmage. Their running game controlled the whole season. The running game set up the play action. And which team had the most explosive plays through the air in football? The Seattle Seahawks. Which team had the best receiver in football? The Seattle Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. The line set up everything for that dynamic offense. So maybe concerned is not a word, but absolutely we should be building a strong, and I'm not even going to say strong, a dominant offensive line should be the focus for our team, because we are a run first team. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we got Zachariah Branch. We got Jahan Dotson. We got my guy, Olumide Zaccheaus. We got those guys. Yes, I'm glad we got some, upgraded talent at wide receiver. But make no mistake about it. This is a run first team. Bijan Robinson is going to get that ball about 30 times a game. Probably about 20 to 25 times on the ground and another 5 to 10 in the air. We are a run first team. So we got to make sure that line is stout. All right. Because it's going to set up the play action. That's what Stefanski wants to do. That's that Kubiak style offense. All right. You got the big homie in here. Let me say it right. I always been saying GA Texas boy. Gats boy speaks. All right. He said, good morning, let us pray, and Falcon family. The new era is here. Rise up, dirty birds. That's right. Welcome in, my brother. Good to see you again. I'm talking about hot takes. What are you looking forward to in training camp? Gats boy, what are you looking forward to seeing in training camp? We just kind of having an open forum today. We don't have, obviously, there's no Falcon content right now. So we just going to talk about what we want to see in training camp. So everybody's just, hollering. Let me keep up with the chat here. Tua is consistently awesome against the NFC. Atlanta Falcon fan Deming says he's a proven dome player and his accuracy is already established. Now, that word accuracy, that is a word that I've heard from Stefanski time and time again this offseason. Accuracy. Yes. Yes, yes. And I do think Tua will be a great, well, I ain't gonna say great, but I think his skill set is more tailored for the dome. Absolutely. Because he doesn't have the strongest arm. So playing in the elements, the wind, the rain, not necessarily suited for him. Which is why you saw Miami kind of struggle in the playoffs, because the playoffs are during the wintertime and you don't always play in the dome. I agree with that. I think he's definitely more of a dome style QB. I absolutely agree with that, man. We talk about Tua's accuracy. We've been hearing a lot of things about Michael Penix and his accuracy in practice. And it hasn't been that great. It hasn't been that great. We've been talking about, the ball shouldn't drop during practice. We've been hearing about the ball dropping in practice quite a bit. Haven't had it. Atlanta Falcons fan Demick said, I haven't had a chance to look it up, but any info on the new wide receiver? Oh, we talked about him on Friday. He played for let me see. He played in South Carolina. I know that. College. He's more of a he has punt returning skills. I remember watching a tape on him. And then he's like a stout. He kind of built like Deebo Samuel. That's kind of how I can describe what I saw when I watched his tape. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the speediest guy, but he's built like Deebo Samuel, kind of in that mold, if you will. Breaks a lot of tackles at the point of contact. Doesn't go down, with arm tackles. So you got to really bring your hat to get that guy down. What is his name? Let me look him up real quick. Falcons receiver. Yeah, Falcons cut Casey Washington, and they signed this kid, and his name is on the tip of my tongue right now too. Antoine Wells Jr. There we go. Antoine Wells Jr. Yep. He played for the Columbus Aviators. His nickname is Juice. All right. Juice. He got the juice. What are you looking forward to in training camp? That's our topic, man. That's our topic for today. What are you looking forward to seeing in training camp? Atlanta Falcon Fandemic says, I agree. Penix has the cannon arm, but it's like what Denzel said. And remember, one of my favorite movies right there. Who's your daddy, Gary? Who's your daddy, Gary? You know who your daddy is, Gary. That movie was great, man. Strong side, left side. Yeah, man. You can throw it a mile, but you can't pitch it 2 feet, Petey. Come on. No, that wasn't Petey. That was Sunshine. That was Sunshine. Come on, Petey. Man, put your hand down. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, man. You should have even said that. And my high school team, our mascot was the Titans too. So that movie came out. Remember the Titans? That was awesome. You can throw it a mile, but you can't pitch it 2 feet. Penix has to improve in the short field too. Yeah. And even with the deep throws, though, I mean, yes, he can throw it, but we didn't see him complete a lot of deep passes. We didn't. I mean, he could get the ball out there, but the timing and the accuracy. But I will say, I mean, who is he going to throw the deep ball to? We didn't have a receiver that could stretch the field. Drake London is not a speedy receiver that you put on the outside and just ask him to go one-on-one and beat his guy. He's not that type of receiver. So we didn't. I mean, Mooney, you could say Mooney, but he didn't show that last year. He was nicked up, and he kind of spoiled us his first year. Had our hopes up for a really outstanding second year, but yeah, we didn't see that. We didn't see that with Mooney. So, I guess in Penix's defense, right? Who was he really going to throw to if nobody was open? I mean, David Sills. I don't know. Any other things that we're looking for? What are we looking forward to? I personally, I want to see what this wide receiver group does. I would like to see the final depth chart for wide receiver. Is Zachariah Branch going to take over wide receiver 2? First year kid, right? He's a rookie coming in, highly touted. He's coming out of Georgia. Everybody loves him. Is he gonna be wide receiver number 2? Also, special teams. Who's going to be our punt returner? Who's going to be our kick returner? Is that going to go to Zachariah Branch as well? Or we have a lot of other guys that are angling for that spot as well. Let's see here. I know on Scott Kennedy's show this morning, we were talking a lot about J.D. Bertrand. And let me say this, man. J.D. Bertrand, if you're watching or if this news gets to you, I have nothing against J.D. Bertrand, man. As a person, as a man, I have no doubt that J.D. Bertrand is probably a great man, a great person. But the fact is, he's just not talented enough to be a starter or a reserve. Reserve, you're only one play away from being a starter. So I know there was a guy saying, oh, man, he should be on the roster because he has a rookie contract. And he's one play away from being a starter. Come on. You saw what he did when he had to start. He was horrible. He was horrible. He made like one good play all season. He made like one good play. He was bad, man. And it was to the point where you were doing him a favor putting him back on the bench because he was just getting so much hate from the fans, and the opposing team just he has a big old target on his helmet. I mean, the opposing team was just using and abusing him. We're going to run right at that guy. We're going to pass right over that guy's head. We were getting abused. He can't play in space. He's not quick enough to get to blow up a play to get behind the line of scrimmage. He was getting blown up by linemen. I mean, there was nothing he could hang his hat on that you could say that he did well. There's nothing. So, no, I don't think he should be on the 53-man roster. Absolutely not. All right. I just had to say that. But I got nothing against him personally as a person. Nothing against you as a man, JD. I just don't think you're talented enough to be an NFL starter or reserve. Maybe he can be a practice squad guy. That's fine. Keep him on a practice squad if you like him. If you like his positive attitude, that's fine. Keep him on a practice squad. But no, he should not be on that 53. He should not be suiting up at any point during the season. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic said, hopefully Ian Cunningham has something up his sleeve that could help Drake out. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Helping? I think he just helped Drake out quite a bit with that $141 million he gave him. You just referencing like more help at the wide receiver position? Because I think he got him some help for sure. Jahan Dotson, former first round pick, right? Olumide Zaccheaus, I think he's underrated, man. Don't get me wrong, I don't use like fantasy football to, really, it doesn't really relate to wins because it's just stats, but Zaccheaus gives you pretty solid production, man, for a third or fourth option guy. This guy, man, he finds the end zone. He finds the end zone. He was playing in a crowded wide receiver room in Chicago. He still found ways to make plays. He had Rome Odunze. They had DJ Moore. They had Luther Burden. They had Colston Loveland. And then Zaccheaus. And Zaccheaus was still finding ways to score touchdowns. That's what I'm saying, man. He's like the fifth option on that team. He was still finding ways to make plays. So I think he'll be a solid player for us. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic said, man, I hate that we never took an honest look at wide receiver Nick Nash. Now, this is something near and dear to my heart right here. Now, you hitting my heart right here, man. Nick Nash, he played just down the road. I'm in California. He played at the school where I just got my graduate degree from, just graduated from, San Jose State. Go Spartans. Nick Nash played at San Jose State. And San Jose State had one of their best seasons ever with Nick Nash there right before he entered the NFL draft. He led the college football in receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, and catches. He got the triple crown in the NCAA his last season, and he couldn't even get off the practice squad for the Falcons last year. I don't know. And then he got cut right when Ian Cunningham got here. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I've just overhyped him, but the Falcons really they gave him one of the highest undrafted free agent contracts in the whole league when he went undrafted. And I thought, there was something to that. They really liked him, but he just never got a chance, it seemed like. And it seemed like when he played in preseason, anytime he got a good pass, he was making a play. But he didn't get a lot of good passes coming his way. They were throwing the ball to Chris Blair and David Sills. They weren't even throwing to Nick Nash half the time. And I was just like, man, come on. I thought he was running some good routes. His routes were crisp. He looked quick, twitchy out there. Um, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I think he got picked up by somebody else, so I'll be cheering for Nick Nash no matter what team he's on. You know. Let him Falcon Pandemic says somebody can help relieve him. Okay, Dotson could very well fall into the same situation he was in at Philly. Yeah, kind of buried on depth chart a little bit, just asking you to streak down the field and create space for others. Yeah, that's pretty much what Dotson was. He didn't have a big role in Philadelphia. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic says Zacchaeus is an outstanding third down receiver. Absolutely, man. He and Hooper. That's right. Big Austin Hooper's back, man. Should be huge for us. I do like the addition of Hooper. Make no mistake about it, though. That the stud in that tight end room is Kyle Pitts. But I do like Hooper, man. He's a solid blocker, and I loved when Hooper was with the Falcons. I mean, his first season, we went to the Super Bowl. He caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. I really liked Austin Hooper's game. Just being a well-rounded tight end. Christy said, I like that Hooper is back. I do as well. I thought that was a good pickup. He's had quite a few stops since he's been with the Falcons. Right? He went to the Patriots. He went to the Browns. He went somewhere else too, I think. So yeah, he's had quite a few stops, but nice to see him back with the Falcons. Another position group I would like to see. Christy says, that's why I think the competition and decisions for the roster will be an important one. Right there. Craig Ackerman. Ackerman? Is it Ackerman or Ackerman? I don't know. It would also mean that we will have a good practice squad selection too. I agree with that. Practice squad is important, they're going to be potentially guys that, if you have a lot of injuries on this team, they can get pressed into action, and we want to have a solid practice squad, just like we want to have a solid 53-man roster. I think special team is huge. I think that's going to be one of the main focal points, as I mentioned earlier. Who's going to be our punt returner? Who's going to be our kickoff returner? Can Craig Ackerman revitalize this Falcons special team unit that had been hot garbage at best? Special teams have been poor. Buns. I don't know what other words to use. It's been ludicrous watching them. Watching Marquise Williams coach this special teams for the past 3 years have been like torture. It's been like torture. You always expect something to go wrong on special teams. If we're kicking a field goal, you know what? We ain't even gonna make it. It's to the point where I thought we were gonna miss more than I thought we were gonna make. Every time we kicked the ball off to the other team, it seemed like they ran for 40 yards. And then every time we get a kickoff, it's either touchback or we barely get to the 20 or 25. Punt return, don't even think about it. We either fumbling or we're getting no yardage. It was depressing. It was depressing to watch. So, Christy, you're absolutely right. Special teams, we need to see something. I mean, it's hard. It's easy to improve from negative 1,000. It's easy to improve on the worst team in a unit, right? All you got to do is like not be the worst team in the league. You can be the second worst team, and that could be an improvement, right? But you're still trash. So, I mean, are we going to see a drastic improvement? I think how much improvement are we going to see? That's what I'm looking forward to, because we got it. There ain't no way we could be that bad again with a new coach. Same coach, it's a chance we still that bad, but a new coach, it's gonna be hard to be as bad as Marquise Williams was with that special teams unit. Um, that was a great point, Christy. And I was talking about Koo. I was talking about Young Wei Koo on Scott Kennedy this morning. I saw it a couple days ago. I think I forgot to mention it on my show, but Koo was just released in OTAs by the New York Giants. So he was just cut in OTAs, man. I mean, think about where Younghoe Koo was 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. He was on top of the freaking world. We loved Koo. He was coming in to save the day for the Falcons time and time again. And now he done got released in OTAs by the New York Giants. And I haven't seen news of him getting picked up since his release. So we could be seeing the end of his illustrious career. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic says, I agree on that practice squad. Hopefully we don't put players on there and forget about them. Yeah. Like the practice squad is a luxury. I know they've expanded the practice squad over the years to give teams a little more flexibility and keeping some of the players that they want on the roster, but not the active roster. And you do see some guys around the league, like especially as the year goes on, where there are a lot of injuries, or even if your team isn't having the greatest year, they call up guys from the practice squad, and they give these guys some chances. And when it's your turn, when you get a chance to get on that 53, that is your opportunity to show out. And if you don't take advantage of it, you might be on the practice squad the rest of your career or out the league. When you get a chance from the practice squad, you got to seize that thing. You got to seize the moment. You got to show out. You got to ball out. So, and you've seen that from some guys. I can't think of any, like, off the top of my head that have done that for the Falcons. But around the league, you've seen some practice squad guys make some noise. They were ready for their opportunities. All right. Christy said, Koo is all kicked out after that injury. It wasn't a groin injury. It was a groin, right? I think he knew that his abilities were permanently altered after that. The same happened to my guy, Money Matt Bryant. And they gave him the right name, because when Matt Bryant came in the game, I could go to the refrigerator and just say +3. Matt Bryant, we wasn't missing nothing with the Falcons. You hear me? That man was automatic Matt Bryant. Money in the bank Matt Bryant. You hear me? He's one of the best kickers I've ever seen the Falcons have, man. And we didn't give him a chance to kick in the Super Bowl. That's what hurt my feelings. Yeah, but Matt Bryant was a lot older too, though. He was much older when he got his injury, and then yeah, it was time to hang him up. But Koo's not that old, man. I think Koo's thing is more mental. To be honest with you, Christy, I don't think it's physical at all. I think his thing is mental. Um, I mean, I think it was even discussed that he didn't he get some sort of like sports. I don't know if well, no, I don't want to speculate that. I have to look into that, but it seems like he would need like some sort of like sports therapy or sports psychology. Um, because he said he changed his mechanics. Like when he was started missing those kicks, he said, "Well, I changed my mechanics, right?" Um, which would lead to mentally, oh, I got to make some changes because I don't feel comfortable. And maybe it is true, Christy. Maybe physically he didn't feel right, so he had to change his mechanics. But that's a mental thing as well. Um, so yeah, I just know he was not right. You're absolutely right. He was not right after that injury. Um, he was not the same cool. And the worst part about it, the worst part about the whole thing, I bought this man's jersey. I bought this man's jersey. I bought his jersey after he won that game. Uh, I think it was the Saints game. I bought the Koo jersey, and he was just a dumpster fire after that. I think I threw the jersey in the trash. I think I threw it in the trash. I was looking for it the other day. I said, I think I threw it away. I think I threw it in the trash, man. Or you know what? I think it's still in the plastic. I think it's still in the plastic. Yeah, because I moved and I was looking in my closet and I don't think I brought it with me, so I think it's gone. I said I didn't bought this man jersey and he didn't fell off the cliff. I was so mad at myself. So then I bought a Bijan right after that. I was like, I can't be out here with a cool jersey, man. You go get a Bijan jersey. Ah, man. Money Matt was older, but he was absolutely kicking better than Koo. He recognized that after his injury, he could not kick the same. Yeah, 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 for sure. Matt was over 40, I believe, when he was kicking. So yeah, I mean, groin or hamstring over 40. Yeah, that's tough to come back from, man. The 40s are no joke. I'm there, and let me tell you something. If I pulled a hamstring right now, um, I will be I will be out for the count. You hear me? Pull a hamstring or a groin? Oh nah. 40 years old, it's a wrap. You're not healing up fast at 40. No, 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 no. Koo got plenty of money out of us. Yes, he did. He can go on and start a Koo's Kick Camp. Oh no, not the KKK. Oh no, we gotta rename that. We gotta rename that, Christy. We can't call it the Koo's Kick Camp. We gotta call it Young Way something. Young Way Camp or something. Young Way Kick. Young Way Kicking or something. We can't we can't call it Koo's Kick Camp. Oh no, we can't do it. Uh Not on Juneteenth, right after Juneteenth weekend. Oh no, we can't do that. We can't do the triple K. Who looked so bad, I almost thought he was on the take. Throwing game. Hey, he was bad. He was bad, man. And some of them kicks were not close. At it, like he was missing them things. Sometimes you miss, you'd be like, and then it just fades at the minute. But then at the end with Koo, it was just like shank, shank. Shink. You're like, man, this dude, what is wrong with him? And we still got him, and he's still on the team. What are we doing? Coach Ray ain't talking about, I got a special relationship with Cool. Oh, come on, man. Christy said, I'm going to stop buying jerseys. I only have one. Vic, Julio, Penix. Something happened after each one. I always wanted a Matt Bryant one, though. He is my favorite all-time kicker. That would be cool to have a Matt Bryant jersey, actually. He's my favorite all-time Falcons kicker as well. I had a Vic jersey. I never got a Julio, though, for some reason. I never got a Julio Jones jersey. I don't know why. Yeah. I got a Penix. Actually, I did get a Penix, too. I forgot. I got a Penix jersey, and he got hurt right after that. Yes. I forgot about that. I got a Penix, too. Yeah. I might stop buying jerseys, too. Look, I just thought about buying a James Pierce Jr. and then he did something. So, I might have to slow down on the jersey buying myself. I just thought about it. And I was like, oh, yep. Let me keep that money in my pocket. Let me put it back in. Man. But yeah, I think we all, have some valid concerns, special teams concerns, right? Who do we have now? We got Nick Folk, over 40 kicker, right? Older kicker, but he's been the most accurate kicker in the league past few years. So I'm not even gonna say what I want to say. I'm not even gonna say it. We'll see. Let us see what happens with Nick Folk. Concerns at wide receiver. All right. Concerns on the O line and the D line. And I will say the secondary just a little bit. All right. Is Avion Terrell going to be that guy that we can plug and play at cornerback number 2? Because I think that's a big deal. If he's a plug and play, and we can just pop him in there, and we can have Batman and Robin on the right and left, then teams can't throw away from AJ like they've been doing the past few years. They've been just throwing to the opposite side of AJ. And if Lil Bro can come in and hold it down, that's huge for the Falcons defense as well, especially with, a better pass rush that the Falcons showed last year. I think that's going to be a massive upgrade. If Lenny Craig is still, as far as I'm concerned, I think he's still on the team. Is Lenny still on the team? Because I know he was like our international player that didn't count as a roster spot. But, excuse me, I think the Falcons just signed another guy as an international player. Let me see. Let me fact check that. Lenny had big leg though, man. He making like 70-yard field goals. Lenny never got a chance. Oops. Okay. He was out of Germany, right? Oh, actually, no. Lenny Craig is not with the Falcons anymore. He was released. He was waived by the team in the offseason roster cuts. That one slipped under the radar. So he's now He has a future reserve contract with the New York Jets. He's with the Jets now. Future reserve contract. Wow, that one slipped under the radar. Because I know they just signed the international. They just signed an international player a couple weeks ago. Who was that guy? Didn't even dawn on me that Craig wasn't on the team anymore. Oh, the punter. Yes. They just signed. Matter of fact, it was just last week. Just like a couple days ago. Hayball. Matt Hayball. Because I was laughing about, his name being Hayball and he's a punter. Matt Hayball. He was just signed by the Falcons. So he's the new international player. He was signed after mandatory minicamp tryout. And he's not going to count against the 90-man roster limit because he played he played his college football at Florida Atlantic, and he actually used to play for the Aints. That's crazy. But yeah, he's an Australian punter. So, we'll see what happens with Mr. Hayball. I don't know why that name makes me crack up. Mr. Hayball. All right. But yeah, it's been cool getting with y'all. Let's see, we've been on for how long? We've been on? Oh no, we ain't been on an hour yet. We're gonna go straight hour. All right. So we got 8 more minutes. Last thoughts, final topics before we get up out of here. We got 7 minutes and 50 seconds. And I'm actually going to get out of here and go walk and then go play some pickleball, man. Like, would y'all like to see me play pickleball? I don't even know if y'all would like that. But, I play, though. I play about 3 times a week, and, I really love it. I really love it. If y'all haven't tried it, you really should. I'm not the best player, but I do play. I know the game. I enjoy learning more and more about the game. It's great exercise. Socially, it's awesome. I'm really into pickleball, man. So that's my cardio each week. Christy Lewis says I am prepping for the first home game. Oh, you going to the first home game? I was there last year. I can't do it this year. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic says his last thoughts. Jack Strand is QB2. Well, he would be QB3, right? If he makes the roster, he'd be QB3. But you saying he's QB2. So are you putting him over Penix? Are you putting Jack Strand over Penix? Because you said Tua was your number 1, right? Ooh, that's a hot take right there. Jack Strand, QB2. I want to learn about pickleball. They have it here supported by the state's parks and rec system. It's an awesome game, Christy. You should. It's super cheap. You go out there and buy some paddles. I mean, my paddle is a little more expensive because I started playing a lot more. But I would say it just depends how serious you get with it. If you're just going to get out there every now and then with the family, you ain't got to buy the shoes and all that type of stuff. But, I got shoes because my feet, I play going side to side, and my feet started swelling up one day. I had the wrong shoes on. So I had to get the right shoes, like tennis shoes, pickleball shoes. But it's so great. It's so social. It's so much fun. You can look it up on YouTube. It's all over YouTube. You can learn how to play the game in 5 minutes. I teach it to my elementary school kids, the basics of the game. We'll probably start playing next year because now we have a gym, so we can play inside. Have like nets and things. Um, but yeah, you should definitely learn. You should definitely just learn the basics. Oh, do they have pickleball shoes, Christy? Look, they got $1 million endorsements for pickleball. These kids are coming out of high school, pickleball professionals now, getting endorsed by Nike, K Swiss, Under Armour. Yes, they have a whole line of pickleball products, shoes, accessories, glasses, clothes. You name it, they got it. Franklin, yeah, Franklin's a huge company that does like the pickleball products as well. It's not an Olympic event, but I think it will be the next Olympics. Not LA. They added flag football this year or this coming around for Olympics, but I think it's gonna make it in 2032. I think we'll see pickleball in there because it is already a global sport, man. Um, Let me catch up with the chat though. We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. For real though, how much time do we honestly need to give Penix? That's a good question, man. You know, this is his what, third season? How much time does he need? He's a first round pick, so he's gonna get that 5th-year option on him. Um, it's really a make it or break. I think type of year for Penix going into his 3rd season. Christy says, yes, I will be at the game against the Panthers and both New Orleans games. So that's the game I'm trying to go to, the last New Orleans game at home. I'm trying to already looked up some ticket prices, trying to coordinate with some of the homies because I got some homies that are Saints fans, Aints fans. So hopefully we can coordinate that and get out there in Atlanta for, I think it's a January. It's right after New Year's, like January 3rd or January 4th or something. And it's a flex game too, so it could possibly be a primetime game if the Falcons are like playing for something, which we hope that they're playing for the playoffs. So the time hasn't been determined as of yet. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Well, maybe we'll get a chance to connect at the New Orleans game in Atlanta. That'd be dope. Christy says, Strand at QB too. How is that possible, sir? Pickleball shoes, no doubt. Christy says, I have 3 girls and I am trying to keep active this summer. Well, over the next 3 weeks before school. Yeah. That's perfect because you can play doubles. You and your 3 girls get out there and y'all can get some pickleball action in there. You could probably get a set of paddles for probably get 4 paddles for about $100. And then there should be a ball. There should be some balls that come with the paddle. So you don't need to do anything after that. If you're just getting out there just to have fun, you can play all year long for $100. You might just have to, replace the ball every now and then if it gets cracked, but that's it. All summer long for $100 you can play. And you can keep playing afterwards too. You might be able to find a better deal than $100 though, depending where you go. Walmart has pickleball, so you might be able to find a little sale at Walmart, maybe a little cheaper. Leonard Falcon Pandemic said pickleball is a better option than breakdancing. Olympic breakdancing, yeah, that was atrocious last Olympics. breakdancing. They always want to take our stuff. No, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that. That's just like I said out here, man. And I ain't gonna, I'm over an hour now, but Juneteenth, everybody celebrating Juneteenth. Everybody, people getting off work, people enjoying their day, their holiday. But I'm like, okay, it's Juneteenth. It's a day where we celebrate Black culture. Don't forget that. It's not just a day off, right? While you celebrating this day off, remember why you got the day off. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying. Some people didn't get the day off though. Atlanta Falcons Pandemic said, "Book it. The Falcons will be in the playoffs." Ooh, okay. During the off season, it's slap boxing for me. Oh heck nah. Power slap. I can't watch that, man. I cannot watch that. That power slap, man. But the one that's worse than power slap is the new, it's like 1-versus-1 rugby. Have you seen that? That is crazy. It's like it's like the Oklahoma drill where they just run full speed at each other, holding a ball. It's like, I don't know if it's a football or rugby ball, but it's just 1v1. And they just cram like Tony Baker. You seen Cram when he does that, like with the Rams when they butt heads. It's like a human version of that. And it's mostly like my Polynesian brothers out there, but they built different though. They built completely different. I would not want to run up against one of those dudes. No way. You couldn't pay me enough money. I'm not doing it. That's a good question though. What do you watch during the off season? I mean, this off season is pretty cool because we got World Cup, but it's kind of lean during these football. I mean, the NBA finals, the NBA playoffs are really good this year. I enjoyed watching the NBA playoffs. Shout out to the Knicks for winning the NBA championship. I thought this is one of the most suspenseful NBA seasons with new star power in a long time, because we've had star power, but usually you see the same stars year after year after year. But this year we saw a new crop of stars making long playoff runs, and that was exciting for a lot of different fan bases. Christy said, "I love watching power slap boxing." The NFL off season leaves me stranded for a sports replacement. Yeah, I can't do that power slap though. They like, they be getting KO'd on that power slap, and their eyes be rolling in the back of their head, and they be out, man. And they got the women doing it too. Oh man, yeah. Lee, what's happening, G? How you doing, man? Welcome on in. We're just talking about we were talking we kind of just like wrapping it up, but we're talking about what are you most looking forward to in training camp for our Atlanta Falcons? If you want to contribute to that, because we kind of just having like an open conversation right now, man. We were just talking about what do we watch when we're not watching football during the off season? What do you watch during the summer? Hey, about to get the work day started, Lee. That's what's up, man. I hope you have a blessed and a prosperous day. Have a good day at work, man. The 100 days to football NFL season opener after the NBA playoffs is a hard 3 months for sure. You got the NBA draft coming up this week too. So hopefully my Golden State Warriors will, I don't know, just draft somebody good, man. It ain't gonna matter. We ain't gonna win the championship next year unless we make some other drastic moves. But I just want to get it. Just get somebody promising, bro. Just don't draft these guys that are just mediocre role players in the first round. Get someone who's promising. Atlanta Falcon Pandemic said, as a horse owner, okay, horse owner. I watch horse racing, but get more into it into the off season. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Kentucky Derby. That's like the only horse race I know. But where I used to live in California, they have the state fair, and I had the chance to go watch some horse racing at the state fair. That was pretty cool. You're welcome, brother. First time I seen your name, so welcome on in, man. It's Falcon Therapy. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like the good vibes we got in here, man, come on back. Come on back next time. Yes, sir. Christy said there are rumors that LeBron wants to go to San Antonio. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about LeBron. I'm hearing that he wants to come back to the Lakers, but he wants a max deal if he comes back to the Lakers. Then I was hearing that it's not necessarily what LeBron wants, but then I'm hearing like the Warriors want to try to sign LeBron. Then I'm hearing that the Cavaliers might want LeBron to come back to Cleveland. They choked big time in the Eastern Conference Final. Excuse me, against the Knicks. LeBron to San Antonio. That's one I hadn't heard. I was hearing that. What did I hear recently? Giannis might, because they're saying Milwaukee Bucks want to trade Giannis before the NBA draft. So the draft is Thursday. So if he gets traded, you got to be trading the next 3 days, or 4 days if you include the draft. So where could he go? They're saying Miami could be a destination for Giannis. There's another team that I just saw. I think they said Phoenix might be a destination for Giannis too. Or somebody else too. I'll look that up real quick. Phoenix. Oh no. Giannis trade rumors. I could have just looked it up on here. What do I want to know? I ain't gonna lie. I've been slowly kind of getting back into baseball. I used to love baseball when I was a little boy. Like when I was 7 years old, 6, 7 years old. Oh, Celtics. Celtics. It's the most recent rumor from ESPN. Celtics and Heat are the finalists for the Giannis trade. Celtics and the Heat. But yeah, when I was just learning about sports, baseball was my number one. I love the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's had Ricky Henderson, Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, MC Hammer had just came out, and MC Hammer, was like a former ball boy for the A's. So yeah, the A's was like it out here. I mean, we had the Giants too, but A's was like, that was the team. So I was a big time baseball fan. And then when I actually got a chance to play baseball, I ain't really like it because it was just too slow, just standing around and I didn't like that. I had too much energy. I don't know. I just had to be moving. So then I'm like, then I played soccer, right? Soccer, I got to move, but I didn't understand the rules. Like, you got to be on sides and all that type of stuff. It was never really explained to me by my coach very well. So, I used to be off sides a lot. I was the fastest guy on the field. So I'm just zoom running down the field, but they couldn't kick me the ball because I was offside. So I didn't really understand that part of the game. So I was like, yeah, this is stupid. And then I hooped, played basketball, and I was like, oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. So just started hooping after that. But yeah, baseball was my number one love, man. As far as like watching a sports experience and seeing a live game, that's my first game that I ever went to, baseball game. So I've been finding myself watching a little bit of baseball lately. Every now and then, I ain't gonna say every day, but every now and then. And baseball was my grandpa's favorite sport. Me and the homie talk about it all the time. Like our grandparents, they love baseball because baseball was the first major sport in the U.S. that allowed integration. All right, first major sport that allowed black players to play with white players. So they fully supported baseball. All right. Um, so my grandpa always had baseball on the TV. Anytime I went to my grandparents' house, it was baseball season, he had the game on all the time. Hey, bowling, yes sir. I used to bowl with the friend group. Man, we did about 5 years running. 5 years, mate. Yeah, about 5 years. Every Monday night, man, we used to bowl. I love bowling. I love it. I still do. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I don't bowl weekly. I don't even bowl yearly now. Maybe once a year. Um, I love bowling as well. Finally learned how to throw the hook, and I had my own ball. I had my own shoes. Well, I still have my own shoes. I gave my ball away because I just wasn't bowling anymore. But I do love bowling though too. Absolutely. Pickleball, bowling. You know what I'm saying? Um, I love shuffleboard. All right, shuffleboard, man. That's one of my favorite activities outside the house, like arcade style. And I game a little bit too. I don't, game as much as I used to, but Christy's seen me on there a couple times. A little bit of Call of Duty here and there. Um, so yeah, got to find ways to keep yourself active and have some positive outlets for energy. Atlanta Falcon Pandemic says it's time for me to retire and sell the skate stuff. That's one thing I could never do was skate. Man, I could never skate. I tried a little bit. I remember one time, and then I'm gonna get up out of here after this because I got to get ready for pickleball. Um, I was at this church youth convention. It was this church youth convention. I'll never forget it. It was an all week event. I was like a teenager, young teenager, so like 13, 14. And then there would always be one big event. Like one year it was amusement park. We went to Great America, which is like Six Flags out here. It would just always be one like huge event at the end where, all the kids would go and have a good time. So that year was roller skating. And I was like, oh man, I want to go roller skating. I can't skate. So Christy says, thanks for the great episode today. I have been away for the most part the last. You know what? My time, that 12 o'clock time, I've been hit and miss on that 12 o'clock time. So, no, I appreciate you being here, Christy. Always love having you. Thank you always for the support. Much love to you. If you don't know, please go support Lady Falcon Nation. They have a Tuesday evening show. Go support. Go subscribe to the channel. They have some great shows. So please go support the Lady Birds of Atlanta Falcon Nation, AFN, right? I hope I said it right. Tuesday evening show. I believe it's at is it 8 o'clock Eastern or 7 o'clock Eastern? I know Atlanta Falcon Nation, Lady Bird. That's right. 8 o'clock. I knew I had it right the first time. See, I know it. 8 o'clock Eastern. Please go support the Lady Birds of Atlanta Falcon Nation. They give you some great content over there. Chrissy's a part of that, and they got some wonderful ladies over there that are very knowledgeable. And they have some great guests too. I think the last one I was able to sit on, like the last full show, that's one I remember most vividly was the John Abraham. That was a great interview, man. That was great. Thank you, Christy. Appreciate you. But yeah, we were going skating, and I'm gonna get out of here. We're going skating at the youth convention. This was like a church related, Christian youth convention, and a lot of kids out there. Probably like over 100 kids, and most of us are all teenagers. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, the guys are looking at the girls, and the girls are looking at the guys, and seeing who can skate. And, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't skate, and I'm like, man, I can't impress no girls if I can't skate, man. Why y'all choose a skating rink? So I was kind of bummed out. And there was just one girl who was like, just rolled up on me in the skates. And she was like, why you not skate? And I'm like, I can't skate. And she like, I'll teach you. And I'm like, for real? So she convinced me to get the skates. I hadn't even, you got to go up to the counter and get in your size. I hadn't even went up to the counter. So I went up to the counter, got the skates, put the skates on. She like, all right, just follow me. So I'm skating with her. We going super slow. We only took a couple steps. Boom, on the ground. And she like, it's okay, get up. So I get up. Couple more steps. Boom, on the ground. She like, you go get it. You go get it. You go get it. So then I got up. And as I'm getting up, bro, I just lost my balance, and it got so bad I grabbed her and took her down, and we both went down together. And then I just walked off the roller rink, and I was like, never again. That was the last time I tried skating. I almost broke that girl hip, man. She tried to help me. She tried to teach me how to skate, but skating's just not my thing, man. Absolutely, Christy. Appreciate you. We appreciate you. Yeah, that roll. I was the one bouncing though, not the skates. I was the one bouncing. You see, I've tried pitching. Now, what's pitching? I don't know what you mean. Oh, you talking about baseball? Now that's a valid. Yeah, I never thought about trying to be a pitcher. I played. Well, so here's the thing. I played. I only played 1 year baseball. They had me on first base because I was really good at catching, right? And it was little kids, so most of the balls that were hit were on the infield. So they wanted the person who could catch the best at first base. So that was me. So, but it was just a lot of standing around. I didn't care for it. And then you got to sit there and wait for your turn to hit. Then if your team's not good, you only get to hit a couple times a game. So that was pretty much my experience, just sitting on the bench and waiting at first base. I didn't care for it. But later on, I played like intramural softball when I got older, and I loved that. Um, I loved playing like center field because I was fast and kind of challenge myself, run and catch the ball. That was fun for me. Um, there's some fun softball leagues out there too, and I'm hearing like kickball is really becoming a like grown adult kickball leagues are a thing now, and I wish I would have known that earlier because now it's a little too late for me. But not to say that I still can't run a little bit, but look, I'm not trying to like run around the bases and play kickball right now. Not at 44, 34. I might have been doing it. 24, I definitely would have been out there killing that thing because I was like the kickball champion in elementary school. You hear me? Kickball champion. I'm kicking a home run every single time up at the plate. Um, yeah, I love me some kickball. I just couldn't believe adults. They got adult kickball leagues now. That's crazy. And it's like a whole science to it now, too. So, um, shout out to the kickballers out there, man. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We got Lee in the building. Lee, thank you for being here, man. Christy was here. And then we had Atlanta Falcon Fandemic here with us too, man. So had a nice little crew with us. Um, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. That makes you a licensed Falcon therapist. Thank y'all for being here. As I end every show, appreciate you being here. You could have been anywhere else. Tell those that you love them while you can. Have a blessed and a prosperous rest of your day. And then before I forget, I hope all the fathers had an amazing Father's Day yesterday. All right. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope somebody made you feel like a king yesterday. Shout out to all the amazing fathers out there. All right. We'll be back. I don't know about the same time, but same place tomorrow. Peace. And I'm out. Guess I'll go watch me some World Cup a little later after pickleball so I can hear